Good morning, and welcome to the Cell and Gene meeting on the Mesa for 2016. This is my first meeting as ARM chairman, and I'm really proud to represent ARM as an organization that is doing such important work to change the way medicine is delivered. Over the course of the next few days, this meeting will provide an opportunity to learn from and engage with a number of key opinion leaders and experts in this space, and we're really glad you could join us. Before we start the actual presentation about what this meeting will be about, I would like to acknowledge a few very key people who have worked extremely hard and been very successful over a number of years to make this meeting happen and to make this organization run in the smooth and effortless way that it does, effortless from our perspective at least. I'd like to start by asking those people to stand up or raise their hand if they're already standing so we can acknowledge. Michael Werner and Maury Ruffin. Michael serves as the executive director and Maury as the managing director over in the corner. Without Michael and Maury's vision and tireless efforts, it's really fair to say that we would not be here. Bethany Krenek, who's the VP of Operations. Where are you, Bethany? Out here in the front. Laura Parsons, Senior Director of Marketing and Events. Where's Laura? In the back. I'd like to make a special note about Laura, that particularly for this meeting, but her attention to detail and just really obsessive attention to making this meeting run smoothly is what makes it run the way it does. So thank you very much for that, Laura. Lindsay Scull, Senior Director of Communications. Where's Lindsay? Right in the middle. Luke Thorstensen, who is the Director of Membership. I'm sure you've all had conversations with Luke, and if not, raise your hand because he will he's seeking you out. He might be in a meeting with prospective members. Sarah Hecker-Meeks, who's Director of Technology Sections. Where's Sarah? He's in a meeting as well. Okay, well, Sarah. We have now a new member of the team who's representing the European section. That's Alain Vertes. Alain, where are you? Is he here? He's right here. Ani Hubert, Director of European Public Policy. Here's Ani. Chelsea Hathaway, Manager of Patient Advocacy and Events. Where's Chelsea? Okay. Drew Gorman, Coordinator of Committee and Sections. Drew, he's outside too. And Bao Win, Standards Coordinating Body Fellow. So just a round of applause for the entire team. Thank you. So it's hard to believe that this meeting has been now held for 10 years. And it's grown tremendously over the past 10 years, and rightfully so. This year's event will attract more than 800 attendees and a wide range of stakeholders. One of the great strengths of this organization is its tremendous diversity. Those stakeholders include senior executives from leading cell therapy, gene therapy, and tissue engineering companies from all over the world. Large pharma and biotech companies, institutional investors, academic research institutions, patient foundations and disease philanthropies, life science companies, and more, united by our shared interest and focus in creating the next generation of medicines. Over the next few days, thousands of private meetings will take place, either using the partnering system that the event has put together or held throughout the venue. One of the great parts about this meeting is the venue and the ability to run into people and have those important conversations to continue to move this field forward. This has become the premier business development event for us and highlights what makes this sector so unique, the amount of collaboration and partnerships required to move or solidify discussions, the opportunity to explore partnering opportunities with all of these various stakeholder groups. As ARM is a global organization, so is the meeting on the Mesa. And this year we have attendees from over 20 countries around the world. ARM occupies a unique crossroad in our sector, convening the many stakeholders you see here at this week's meeting, representing varied interests, topics and interests spanning this global sector. The content of this cell and gene meeting on the Mesa reflects these priorities and are an indicator in how far we've come as an industry. We've evolved and matured as a sector, and these issues that you see here are those of a sector bringing products to market. We're moving away from the hypothetical and into the practical, introducing a new set of challenges and opportunities: reimbursement, manufacturing and standards, industrialization and commercialization, international regulatory convergence, regulatory and review pathways, and the necessary stakeholder education and outreach that accompanies all of these. And we show continued signs of progress. In 2016, new regenerative medicine and advanced therapy products on the market, including Strimvelis in Europe and Temcel in Japan, increased commercial relevance of genome editing technologies, continued strong investor interest in gene therapy, evidenced by multiple IPOs, partnerships, and other financings, encouraging clinical data in the CAR-T space, in immuno-oncology, cell-based immuno-oncology, hemophilia, sickle cell, and other inherited blood disorders, and a wide, numerous range of rare genetic diseases. Intensifying discussions on market access and reimbursement policies are, again, a bellwether of where we have come as an industry. And we're evaluating value-based methodologies and nice mock appraisal process. Coming up this week, there will be a partnering forum, which is today and tomorrow. This is the 6th annual partnering forum, featuring industry executives leading in-depth interactive panels and workshops to discuss critical commercial, scientific, and regulatory issues that are facing the sector. More than 60 prominently publicly traded companies and emerging private companies will highlight their clinical commercial progress to interested partners and investors. Following the close of the partnering forum tomorrow, there will be a public forum, lecture, and reception held at the Sanford Consortium for Regenerative Medicine. This forum will be titled Stem Cells, A History of Freedom, Hope, and Reality. And Dr. Donna Skerritt, who currently serves as Chief Medical Officer at Mesoblast, will introduce keynote speaker Dr. Elena Cattaneo, full professor, Laboratory of Stem Cell Biology and Pharmacology of Neurodegenerative Diseases in the Department of Biosciences at the University of Milan. The scientific symposium will be held on October 7th at the Salk Institute for Biologic Studies. And this year will feature 4 panel discussions led by prominent international scientists and more than 35 posters featuring the latest scientific discoveries in the world of regenerative medicine and advanced therapies. The panel will cover recent advances on the use of pluripotent stem cells and to create organoids and the insights into human development that they bring. Cell therapy for hematopoietic disorders and beyond, and genomics and genetics, and the use of stem and progenitor cells and iPS cell-based methods. So without further ado, I'd like to say welcome to everybody. Take the opportunity to ask the difficult questions that have to be asked, press each other, and let's continue to move this space forward over the next couple of days. Thank you for your participation.